Hello everybody. So I've got my second favourite book and it is called Billy's Bucket, and the authors are Kes Gray and Gary Parsons. And the reason that I really enjoy reading this book to my children is because Billy has got an amazing imagination, and it's a really great book because of that reason. So I'm going to make a start. No Pepe, he's gone out. He's had enough. "Can I have a bucket for my birthday?" asks Billy. Billy's dad looked up from his newspaper. "A bucket? You don't want a bucket for your birthday. Nobody has buckets for their birthday." "Why don't they?" asked Billy. "Because," Billy explained his mum, buckets are far too buckety for a birthday present." But Billy would not be persuaded. "Please, can I have a bucket?" he asked. "Have a bike," said his dad. "Or some new trainers," said Mum. "Or a computer game." "I want a bucket," said Billy. "All right," sighed Billy's dad. "You can have a bucket for your birthday. Yippee!" So, this is a good picture. Look at this one. So, the next day, Billy and his mum and dad went to Buckets R Us. There were buckets of buckets at Buckets R Us. Rubber buckets, plastic buckets, metal buckets, garden buckets, farm buckets, builder's buckets, seaside buckets, and even football buckets. Billy's mum and dad followed Billy up and down every single aisle. What sort of bucket are you looking for?" they asked. "I don't know," said Billy, "but I'll know when I see it." Billy looked long and hard at every single bucket on every single shelf. "There it is," he shouted excitedly. "That's the one I want. Right up there. 19 shelves up, 78 along from the left." Billy's mum and dad got someone to help them. "They all look the same to me," said the shop assistant. "No," said Billy. "That one's special." When Billy got home, he ran straight into the kitchen and filled up his bucket with water. "Wow," said Billy, peering inside his bucket. "I can see a rock pool with crabs and seaweed and shrimpy things." "Of course you can," smiled Dad. "Wowee," said Billy. "I just saw a shark." "Of course you did, Billy," laughed his mum. "Guess what I've seen now," said Billy, sitting down for his birthday tea. "I've seen a stingray and some clownfish and a huge school of barracuda, and I think I've seen a mermaid, but it might have been a herring." "Of course you have, Billy," laughed his dad. Billy carried his bucket to the lounge. "What's in your bucket now, at the moment, Billy?" chuckled his dad. "2 submarines and a pilchard," said Billy. "What's in your bucket now, Billy?" giggled his mum. 7 sea lions and a walrus," said Billy. "Of course there are, Billy," laughed his mum and dad. Billy was still staring into his bucket at bedtime. Billy's dad nudged his wife and winked. "Billy, is it all right if we borrow your bucket to make up some wallpaper paste tomorrow?" Billy looked up from his bucket and frowned. "No, it isn't. There are dolphins in my bucket at the moment. You must never borrow my bucket." Billy's mum waited a few moments and winked at her husband. "Billy, is it all right if I borrow your bucket to water the roses with tomorrow?" Billy looked up from his bucket and shook his head. "There are two scuba divers in my bucket at the moment. You must never, ever borrow my bucket." Billy's dad chuckled to himself and waited a few more moments. "Billy, is it all right if I borrow your car to clean? Is it okay if I borrow your bucket to clean the car tomorrow?" Billy looked up from his bucket and sighed. "No, it isn't all right. There's a coral reef in my buckets at the moment. You must never, ever, ever borrow my bucket." "What an imagination," laughed Billy's mum and dad. "Time for bed." Billy put his bucket away and went upstairs. "Thanks for a lovely birthday," he said, "and the best present in the world." When Billy woke up the next morning, he got dressed quickly and ran downstairs to play with his bucket. But it wasn't there. I told you not to borrow my bucket, said Billy. I think Dad borrowed his bucket to wash the car. What do you think? It took Billy's mum and dad 6 hours, 3 fire engines, 4 cranes and 2 shoehorns to get a whale back into the bucket. They never borrowed Billy's bucket again. There we go. That was Billy's bucket, and I really hope that you enjoyed listening to it. See you soon. Bye bye.